got the NFP out of the way. And have you ever heard the expression, man plans and God laughs? So, especially in the markets, our plan. So, my plan was to buy the euro down here 110. So instead on the NFP, if it was strong, but instead we rallied into it up at 111.50. But just because the plan didn't happen this week doesn't mean it's still not a good plan. So I think that we put in a pretty good peak, lower high here, and that we could see 110, 109.80. Just, kind of watch this line. A lot of confluence just under the big round number. I'll be attempting longs there. Uh, Also, cable, still think there's a chance that we get, the opportunity to buy this at, maybe 30 and a half or so. Possibly 130. That would be about 29.66 is halfway back. Aussie, really didn't do much this week, sideways, and I'm still looking for 6.5. That looks to be on target. The yen, broke down out of this triangle. Is it a false breakdown or not? We won't know unless it closes back over 144. The ABC look in Canada, and they had data too, that we get, an A, B, put in a higher low, and now we make our move back up towards maybe the moving average from 36 to 137-ish as a sell. The dollar, same plan we had this week for next week. I think there's a possibility we get back up to 102.5. So that's the plan, is to add to dollar shorts there. I'll bring it up again. It's hard for me not to do, but this is something you have to learn not to do anymore. So I used to say to myself, well, Dale, I think we're going 102.50. Why not buy it and ride it up there if you think it could sell there? Because that's not the trade. Okay. The trade is to sell it up here. Even though this is a great looking candle, uh, it could break down next week and not follow through and take out par 50. So you have to wait for the trade. Don't try and trade into your levels just because you think your levels are going to be hit, because you don't know if they're going to be hit or not. Anyway, so looking for this rally back to about 102.5. They're getting to gold pretty good. I mean, gold, did it make new highs on this? No, we didn't take out these highs, so we're still in this big rectangular box. And let's see, maybe we could take out 24.71. It's only $30 away. But as that happens, silver, I think, is going to hold up better. For the last week or so, I said, I think we'll have a chance when we were up here. I'm going to say, you missed it, you missed it, you missed it. I said, I think we'll have a chance to buy silver at 28. So here was 28. There's a little bit of a drawdown. Silver doesn't look that great to me either right now. So, but it was a great trade, and I think silver may hold up better than gold on this next decline. So we'll see what happens to the metals. If I'm right for about 140 pip rally in the dollar, that may be also the time to be looking at metals, because platinum did a graveyard save at the lows. In fact, I think we may have even made new lows, but platinum's starting to act good, so that's a sign. You need platinum to participate in the metals. So look, we went right to major support. It's got to hold that level. Regarding yields, maybe a little pullback, a little bounce here, back to 4%, possible. TLT looks like you could have a major breakout here. We never even got back to 94 to test it. And the weekly looks pretty good. We start getting closes over par. We could still squeeze it. up to maybe even 109. That's a weekly 109. So will that happen with the Fed cutting? And also, this report kind of casts into stone that the Fed's not going to go 50 basis points. They're going to go a quarter. I thought they were going to do that before the number, and I believe that even more now. Some people think that risk will be disappointed by it because they want the bazookas out there right away. But so far, S&Ps are rallying a bit on this. Maybe the S&Ps, the new correlation is the dollar bounces and S&Ps bounce because you're getting a pretty good bounce there in the S&Ps. I just wanted to do a follow-up. The strongest markets during the huge red liquidation day on Tuesday were natural gas, which this is a weekly. Looks like it's turning the corner here. Here's a 4-hour chart. So nice little rally. I think that you look at it on a daily basis, it looks good. And the other leader was, one my biblical favorite, the wheat. So I don't know. Let's see what wheat's doing today. It's up another 3. So it's been a nice move. Was a great bottom call on this divergence here. We have some resistance here, but all the grains look good, don't they? Here's corn. That looks all right, right? Even beans, which were really in the toilet, have cut through some downtrends. So I think that the grains at bottom buy breaks. Let's get to risk right now. And I have to say, even though we're up 7 handles today on the S&Ps, I don't know if they're really going to be able to run it big time. I want you to take a look at the week. So it's the end of the week, and that's still a pretty negative week. I mean, uh, I don't know if it's possible, but Elliott guys were all looking for a wave 5 to new highs. Who knows? In a few months, we could come back, and the Elliotticians will say, and it's a very rare event, would be a 5th wave failure or truncated 5th. Elliotticians would still want to see it take out 53 and a half, wave 4 of lesser degree, to say that this rally is complete. So we'll see what happens there in the S&Ps. NASDAQ, same thing. I mean, when you really think about it, although the S&Ps almost made new highs, when we came in Tuesday, we were 30 handles lower. And I think a lot of people are stuck because just like me looking for new contract highs this week, instead we had this. And the market's been trying to stabilize from this. S&P's up 17 now, and NASDAQ weak because of Broadcom. We'll see what happens here, but this too is a negative week. What I wanted to say is this is the longest period of time the key reversal has not been negated. NASDAQ 100 topped on July 11th, so we haven't made new highs in almost 2 months, which is unusual because it would make new highs every day, let alone every week, let alone every month. So we'll see if this is enough. I still think that there's a chance once this dollar bounces over that we get a continued sell-off in S&Ps. And as far as the miners are concerned, they didn't really perform that great with when gold and silver were hot. We haven't made new highs in GDX. It's still working on a 3 drive. So maybe we get a big flush in gold and still have a chance to buy the miners cheaper. Same thing with silver. Maybe we're going to hold here, but I think that if the dollar rallies, we'll get a pullback there too. First Majestic bought someone out. They're about to make new lows for the move. I don't know. This doesn't look great to me with the nice week we had in silver. Fortuna, Endeavor looks a little better, but not great. So therefore, I don't think I'm missing anything in the miners right now. Why don't I just run through a few of the Mag 7s and Amazon, how you tell me it's finding resistance at 180. Let's see what it could do. I think we should at least get a pullback. Apple, still looks like could be a failing rally. Meta, you have a 3 drives to a top. Could it make another move towards the top? Possibly. But I could see it trading back towards 460. Google has been the worst chart. It's on the verge of cracking its 200-day moving average. I've been talking 140 in my videos and with Mike for quite some time. Here's Netflix. Look at this divergence. Could this be a 3 drive? Here's Microsoft. Really hasn't recovered much. It could, but this hasn't been much of a rally in Microsoft. Maybe we get an ABC up to here. It's not anything I really want to be long. And this is really the key. The key is going to be NVIDIA. And here's my crash warning. If we take out 90 in NVIDIA and all this market cap disappears, there's going to be a bloodbath. And it's going to be something that a lot of people aren't even talking about now. So AI let it up. Maybe the AI bubble is popping. The semiconductors are still under pressure. I think that, a lot of people are trying to buy NVIDIA here. And this, out of all the other Mag 7 charts I showed you, this is the most bearish. Remember, NASDAQ topped in July. Look at this. NVIDIA topped first about 2 weeks before the NASDAQ 100. And when the NASDAQ 100 topped, it was a lower high in NVIDIA. So we'll see. This is what led it up, AI, and this would be what would really create some fear in the market if we took out this. Basically, it's the August low. And, what I'm looking at, let's see how it's trading now, is Broadcom. And look how close Broadcom is to the August low. Okay, and let's say turn it. So perhaps Broadcom is a foreshadowing of what's going to happen in NVIDIA. I hope that my stuff is giving you some nice guidelines. You're learning the rationales behind the ideas so you could repeat them. Do your work over the weekend. The basic takeaway is that I still think there's going to be a rally to sell and the dollar up around 102.5. Let's see where the metals are should the dollar achieve that. And let's see how risk handles both the rally in the dollar and then if I'm right for a continued decline, which would mean weakness, if the market considers a weak dollar supportive for risk on. We should have some answers going into the Fed, but I think one answer was given today, and that you could take a half a point cut off the table. Unless we have a market event between now and the Fed, something else causes a problem. So remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Spread the word. You could share this video, just copy the link and share it with your friends that trade the stuff that we talk about and that you're interested in. And as always, you could leave comments and questions. I'll answer them underneath the video. And we'll see you in the room. Mike and Alexis and other members posting, leaving some good stuff for you to consider. Adios, everyone. Have a good weekend. See you next week. Adios.